Yo, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another reaction video. Got major updates announced for college football 25. Let's check this out.
We've got some updates to talk about for college football 25.
First updates, let's see, man.
Twitter, the CFB Direct account put out a tweet saying that they wanted to share some key updates and notes from the launch weekend and talk about
bro, I really hope, like, this is a big thing that needs to happen. Fix the fucking blocking, bro, because there's no fucking way that you should have like 1.2 seconds to throw the ball, bro, especially in superstar mode, online, like all of that. I understand it's college, bro, but niggas shouldn't be out here looking like prime DeMarcus Ware or prime like Aaron Donald in this motherfucker, bro. Like, come on now.
That are on the way soon. Now, while you're here, I do want to mention that I do have some copies of the game that I'm going to be giving away later tonight on my social media channels. I've already made the posts, so if you go look on the channels, the posts are near the top. All you have to do is just comment your system under it, and I will be picking the winners later tonight. Now, let's talk about the updates that are coming for college football 25. We know that there's a few things in the game that they got wrong, some logos and things like that have been updated, so they're going to be changing.
I ain't even noticed some of the logos
issues, but
that were
also
messed up.
Some dynasty mode things that need to be patched as well. They start off the post on their website just saying that they wanted to say thank you for everybody for a good launch weekend, and it's been a surreal feeling to see the reception of this game.
Hey.
It says we've been taking
the game is so addicting.
We watched all the content and read all of the feedback we possibly could on what all of you are saying, doing, and sharing with college football 25. It says this week we're here to let you know that our teams are hard at work preparing updates and content for post-launch to ensure delivery of the most authentic college football experience ever. For full details on future title updates, be sure to check out our Campus Huddle, your home for news on college football 25. Before we share some of the known issues the team is tracking below for future updates, we wanted to talk about rosters and likenesses. It says, as mentioned in the Campus Huddle above, there are some slight inaccuracies with roster and likeness that our team is looking to update as soon as possible as we work through the summer roster movement.
Bro, Jam Miller and Jalen Milroe's fucking likeness looks exactly the same. That shit tripped me out.
Passionate Dynasty fans, you can hop in and play this week or wait for a roster update around the college football kickoff for the most up-to-date experience. Now, they did say this last week when the game launched.
I'm gonna start Dynasty after this
saying that
next
they're going to be
update.
updating player likenesses throughout the year. They're going to be tweaking rosters throughout the year because the rosters right now are not going to be the same exact rosters we're going to get when the football season actually kicks off. So once the football season kicks off, same with Madden every year, you have the preseason roster, and then you know, the day or two before the season kicks off, you get that final roster where all the cuts have been made, everybody's been shuffled around, and all that stuff. And with there being so many licensed players in this game, over 11,000, naturally everybody's player likeness isn't going to be 100% on point. That's just so many players to have to get in the game, and it takes a lot of time to do that. But they said they're going to continue updating them, especially the more notable players, as the season progresses, so that the players are the most up-to-date as possible. And they also said that ratings updates for rosters will happen as we move throughout the college football season. I don't think they're planning to do it every week like they do for Madden, but they're definitely going to do it at least every few weeks to keep the rosters as up-to-date as possible. Now, moving on, it says our team is consistently tracking top issues and listening to player feedback. Below are some of the top known issues that the team is working towards. Audio. Incorrect commentary when playing as the first game of the season in Dynasty at Utah.
I haven't played Dynasty yet.
Chant and Tennessee's Rocky Top not being audible enough when playing on the Xbox Series S. So those fixes are coming soon. Next up, we've got logos. It says the following teams/conferences have incorrect logos: Stanford, UMass, Western Michigan, Jacksonville State, FIU, New Mexico, SEC, Conference USA, and the Sun Belt. So those are going to be fixed soon. It says UTEP and Wyoming display incorrect athletic branding on their equipment in Dynasty. And it says there's a visual issue with conference patches when changing a small subset of teams' conference in Dynasty. So all of those are going to be fixed probably with this next update.
I need to hear shit about blocking, bro.
Now, really quickly, I do want to mention that we are still playing their cash.
Come on now.
Going to hit 200. That
W
kind of
sponsor.
has the most issues right now, at least for some people, right? It's kind of split because I'm seeing a lot of people saying that they're having no problems with Dynasty, that everything is pretty much unfolding how they want. I've seen some people say I've played one Dynasty here and everything was pretty much about what I expected, and then I started a new one with another team and things were a little weird. So I guess it kind of depends on the user. If you've only played one Dynasty and you're not seeing anything out of the ordinary, that might be the case for a lot of people. They're still on their first Dynasty. So it kind of just depends on the player. Some people are seeing issues, some people aren't. But obviously there are some things happening here that seem a little out of whack, so they did speak on it, and they said, before we talk about some things we are tracking in Dynasty, we wanted to provide some things to consider and clarity on the design intentions. There are many factors at play in Dynasty that can create ripple effects: injuries, players going pro early, transfers, strong or weak recruiting classes, upsets, and more. The beauty of the mode is that two different users can begin playing Dynasty as the same school, but over multiple years, their college football 25 worlds can develop notable differences. Dynasty is intentionally designed in a way where the backend systems will create organic and dynamic situations that lead to branching stories. We didn't want to have a rigid system that leads to all users experiencing the same situations and stories 5, 10, and 15 years in. The world of college football is dynamic, and so is Dynasty in College Football 25. As for player feedback, we do see feedback about the Super Sim logic. We have been looking into tuning Super Sim logic, including FCS schools potentially creating more upsets than intended. As for wider Super Sim logic tuning, we will continue to monitor player feedback and the telemetry data for all users Dynasty as we gather more data. Our team has been thrilled to see so many fans share the stories they're experiencing, so keep them coming. Now, hey, if you're still here at this point of the video and you haven't subscribed yet, you might as well go ahead and subscribe. That way you can stay up to date on all of the latest College Football 25 news and updates all year long. Trying to get to 600k subs soon, so if everybody watching just subscribed, we can hit that number in a few days. So here they're breaking down some of the things they're looking at. Super Sim logic tuning. The team is looking into tuning. The team
because I think I heard about an FCS school blowing out Georgia or some shit in the Super Sim.
Testing on the tuning of Super Sim logic, top 25 polls, and the college football playoff seedings will also see an improvement. That's another really the most obvious thing to me that was a little weird in Dynasty is the polls don't seem accurate. The playoff bracket at the end of the year seems pretty accurate, but the polls leading up are always out of whack, or usually out of whack, at least in my experience, and it just kind of makes them pointless to look at because you know they're not accurate. So those are two of the bigger things that should be fixed very soon. The next thing here, it says issue when adding additional teams to the Pac-12 conference when using custom
I haven't done that yet.
Does not generate a new conference.
I better see something with blocking,
There's a workaround for this, and it says after adding teams to the Pac-12, open the conference rules and set divisions to on. Users will see that they can now set the number of conference games by toggling back and forth. Users can then disable divisions and edit other settings as desired. So until they fix it, that is the workaround. Moving on, it says issue with modified conference rules not saving. There's a workaround for this as well. It says users can re-enter the conference rules screen to ensure their settings were saved and are valid. If they did not save, then the rules are not valid with their current setup. Moving on here, it says occasionally when a recruit reaches their top 5 stage, it will not display the recruit is ready for a visit despite meeting the requirements. That is definitely another annoying bug. That one, it appears, will be fixed very soon as well. Moving on here, it says recruiting tuning. The team is playing additional tuning to recruiting logic overall, probably because some of the top like 4 stars and even a 5-star here and there doesn't get heavily recruited by a lot of teams. I'm guessing that's what they mean. So again, not the biggest issue in the world, but definitely something that needs to be fixed. You know, a lot of these things are small things that add up to just kind of be very annoying and kind of take the immersion away. But if they can fix these small things with a patch, Dynasty will be cooking. Moving on here, it says there's a small chance of freeze when simulating individual plays quickly after exiting the Super Sim. Workaround, wait a couple seconds in between simulating individual plays before exiting the Super Sim. This one to me is one of the most annoying because a lot of people when they play Dynasty, they do want to Super Sim through some parts of it to try to speed up the process of the season. I've definitely had this happen to me multiple times. So yes, the workaround is wait a couple seconds in between simulating the individual plays before backing out. But again, they're going to work to fix this. But in the meantime, just understand the workaround so that you're not getting froze and having to restart the game. Moving on, it says an issue with the practice tile not initially appearing in the team tab. Workaround, exit the mode and re-enter. And also we have current maximum cap of 20 created coaches instead of the intended 32 created coaches. Note, the team is targeting Tuesday for an issue fix that limits dynasties to 20 created coaches. A current workaround is using existing coaches in the remaining spots to reach 32. So we should have this, if this means Tuesday as in tomorrow, we should have this fixed very soon. And it also says there's an issue with some players' jerseys numbers and or overalls changing when editing certain players' gear. So that's another thing on the radar to be fixed. Now also for online Dynasty, it says a high priority for the team right now is the issue of some players being unable to load into a previously established online Dynasty. Updates on this issue will be threaded in this post from the College Football Direct as we get them. So I'll link that in the description if you want to stay up to date on that. Moving on to Team Builder, it says when using a Team Builder team in Play Now, cleats are defaulted to a
I haven't done this yet either. I might do Team Builder soon. I might do that for a stream or something.
And lastly here for Team Builder, it says second custom image layer not appearing on the field. The workaround is to add a second layer, then select a generic image and then reselect your custom image, and that will fix it. And then it says, as mentioned above, this is just some of the top issues the team is tracking toward for a future update. A majority listed above will require an update to your console, or as we call them, title updates, and we will be back with a full campus huddle for the next title update. Now we should be getting that update within, I would say, 2 to 3 weeks. We already had the day 1 update, which we don't really know what changes in the day 1 update because everybody's playing the game for the first time on day 1. So whatever issues they fixed, we weren't expecting.
I didn't even know there was a day 1 update, bro.
The next update is usually around day 30, but sometimes it comes a little sooner than that, especially if there's a few things that they're really trying to fix quickly for people. So we could get it a little sooner than day 30, but if they can just knock out these annoying things in Dynasty, I mean, the game is going to be, I think, in a really good state. Gameplay is really good. A lot of people are enjoying the gameplay.
So is he not going to talk about the blocking issue?
Dynasty, some people are having problems with these things that are breaking their immersion here, but if they fix that, I think we're cooking, and I think we're off to a great year. So I will obviously keep you guys up to date when this update drops and let you know everything that changes. And if you want to hear my official review of the game, all the best and worst things.
Come on, they gotta fix this blocking shit, bro. Because I know I'm not the only one that has dealt with only having like 1 second to throw. Because like, bro, when I remember it was this one game that I played where my right tackle just didn't do a damn thing, bro, allowing the fucking edge rusher to run right around him and get to me easily. Like, that shit is absolute bullshit. Like, EA needs to fix that. Like, EA, if you somehow come across this video or something like that, bro, fix the fucking blocking, bro. Real shit. But I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Turn on post notifications, get notified whenever I drop another banger video. We're on the road to 400 subs. So I'm going to get there for more banger college football 25 content like this. So without further ado, I'm out. Gang!